Hello everybody. I've not done a video for a bit because I've been away. I've gone away on holiday. Me and my missus do a pretty mad thing. We just book places blind on voucher and go. So we've ended up at the top of Cumbria, Keswick, near Scottish borders, in a place called Silloth. And there's nothing here. It's a well strange place. I mean, you gotta remember I'm from Manchester originally, and that's when I come out to these areas. This is my new phone as well I'm using. Look at those mountains over there. And that. When the boy from the city comes out to places like this, he thinks it's weird anyway, doesn't he? But anyway, there's nothing here. You go into town, there's nothing. There's one pub, there's a co-op, and two chippies, and they both shut at dinner time. Worked that out. So anyway, I walking around bored, and I found a little house that's been converted into a motorbike shop. I put a link in or picture in or whatever, and I got talking to a man in there, and I noticed a map on the road of a track, Silloth track for motorcycle racing, road racing. So I got talking to the guy about it and asked, is it defunct? Because I know pretty much all the tracks in the UK, and he ain't ever heard of that. So he told me it's defunct. It's shut in 1982. A man, I forget his name, I'll have a look, try and find it, died in 1982 on a 350cc bike. He died and he ended up shutting the track. And it's been used for banger racing recent years. They run autograss or something. Well, anyway, I've been studying it on the map, seeing is there any remains of it, and could we probably make it a 3D model of it and run it in sim racing in the simulator. Because I like doing that kind of stuff, because I'm a boring cunt and like challenges. Anyway, I've just trekked from my caravan, probably about a mile, maybe more. Left my missus and kid chilling, they're watching Cobra Kai. And I've come for a look at it, because I found it on the map. It's still fucking there, everything's there, the whole fucking thing's there. So I've just clambered through these trees. I don't know if I'm trespassing here. A guy's just drove past me from the it's a concrete plant now. See all the concrete stacked up. So I've literally just walked through them bushes. I've had to fight through the bushes and the nettles and stuff, and I come through here where the fence has collapsed. But this is the track. I'm standing on the bastard. That's the track. Same as it. 1964 it was there. It was a military base. It was a R.A.F base where they repaired planes here. It was built in 1939, and they did repairs on planes and stuff here. But it also doubled up as a training facility where R.A.F instructors trained allies. So that's what went on here. And then in 1964 they started a race club, which I'll put a link to because I can't remember the name. And the race for bikes, and they started racing here, and they raced here from 1964 right away until 1982 when this gent had an accident and died here. And then they've done grass tracking from 2002. They don't do it on this track, they do it in one of these fields, 2002 to now. So I mean, I might walk a bit of this yet, I just don't want to get told off. That corner there in front of me, the start finish is about there, where them big concrete blocks are. There's a straight, and it runs all the way up there from the mangas. There's an hairpin at the end there, and there's a straight. That line is a straight. You come down the straight, start finish there, down the straight, and you get to your first corner. Let's zoom back out, which is this corner here in front of me, and this is called Lido Corner. So I found the start finish and I found the first corner. That is also part of the runway. That was part of the runway, that straight, and these are the access roads around it. Like I've said before, all the tracks are just made of the access roads. So you turn around, you come up this straight, there's another straight here, we come flying up here, and then that corner there, see that fencing? See that fencing? I'm told that's the original fucking fencing. I can't believe it. But that corner there is called Holiday Corner. So first corner is called Lido. That's called Holiday Corner. And then that treks if you follow that line of like reeds, long grass, that goes all the way up there. It's like another little straight, and then it gets to that hanger there. That's the original hanger, that as well. That was originally there, so that's been there since 1939. And just where those caravans are there, the road weaves between the hangers there, and that's called Hanger Corner, something like that. Hanger Corner. You come out of that corner, down another straight, and you go to the top. Just as you can see this hanger here in the foreground, and then one just behind it. Well, in between them, it comes to an end, and it comes to a hairpin, a very, very sharp hairpin, and then that hairpin doubles back onto the home straight, and you come down it, and that's a loop of the track. That's what you're looking at. But I think it's pretty amazing that it's still here. So this is the Lido corner, and we can see original concrete now where it's broke up. It's mad to think that these bikes was hurtling round here back in those days, innit? It's just put a lot of gravel on top. I might get kicked off here, so if I do, you know, have a good laugh. But yeah, yeah, so this is corner number 1, Lido corner. They'll come ripping round here, and you go up there and go to that holiday corner. You rip it along there, through like a chicane between those hangers. They call it a corner now. Right up to the top, up to the hairpin, back on yourself. I'm just gonna try and get a clip of there's the straight. See, there's your straight, and the start finish is roughly halfway along there. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is, in here and not repeat myself, I'm going to get back, bang Google Earth up. This is how I do it. In Google Earth, I am going to pull up this airfield, and then I'm going to square off a section using an app that you can get on Steam for PC called Racetrack Builder. In that, I can link that. Mad that I'm stood on this old track and it's still here. I am gonna then you can link that to Google, and it will build a 3D model in like a CAD design. It'll build a 3D model for me of this land. Now, it won't build the road or anything. It'll just make this with all the elevations and that. Well, with it being an airfield, it's completely fucking flat, so there's not going to be any elevations in it anyway. But yeah, it's going to do it. But what it'll do is all the trees and the perimeter fence. This was the original perimeter fence. I've been looking. You can see that's in a state of disrepair, probably going back to the 70s, maybe more. You can tell by the style of barbed wire and just everything about it screams 70s. I found a Facebook site dedicated to this, and it's just full of pictures. I'll put a few up in this video and splice them in. It's just full of great old pictures and stuff like that. So I'm going to put them in, and I'm going to look at this. I've got to climb back through. I'm going to build it up, and I'm going to replicate it with the little wooden fences, these air hangers, the perimeter fence. It's quite easy. It's quite an easy thing to build. I mean, I have got motorbikes in my sim, so we can run a motorbike around it.